tell you a story that I've grown to know. It happened not too far from here, a long time ago. It takes place in a land where homes reached up toward the sky. A sight not unfamiliar, surely you drove by. A city of billboards stretched to the horizon where their folks lived, encased in advertisements. The story ain't about a city, it's about a young man who ran his own billboard at the edge of town. Now, locked away from the world in his narrow abode, he had one job in life: to advertise what he was told. And inside the little billboard, the operation was family run, passed down through the generations, father to son. However, this son was different. He yearned for something more. With his father always looking over him, his duties were etched in his core. So like a master conductor, he'd take the billboard's controls to play to his audience the company's goals.
Sweet slogan of Hogan.
With surprise, he declared,
I'd better find out what's broke before I choke on this smoke.
But the tear in the sign brought a shimmering light. What a beautiful girl. He'd never seen such a sight. In the garden below, a flower she grew. With her delicate care, his thoughts were consumed. He found in her an immediate love. You know, the kind of cheesy stuff that only poets write of. So he waved and he reached out with all his extension. But high on the billboard, he could not get her attention. And as he lay sprawled on the floor, his attempt at a bust, his father looked down at him in scowling disgust.
I got it. How could I have missed it before? Well, I'll find the right ad that will show my love more.
So we searched through the archive from below to above. His heart skipped a beat as he saw the image of a couple in love. He jumped to the controls and undertaken great care, with only the hope in his heart of how his plan would soon fare. And with the flip of a switch, he let his love letter fly. She looked up from the garden with a glint in her eye. The sign from above caused her soul to stir. She was clothed with a warmth as if the message was tailored just for her. And in a flash, she was off and filled with a fresh purpose. But soon she returned with a brand new purchase. Now our hero dejected, well, he didn't have it in him to quit. He'd make his love requited through cunning and wit. He spent the next 24 years and kept changing that sign in order to find the one message that would make her mine. I mean his. But that day didn't come, and his options grew small. With his duties neglected, the ads came to a crawl. But he still kept on trying to get his love letter told, as the sign withered with him now, dusty and old. And the passage of time didn't do her much good, as his advertised affection bought her more than she should. With hope nearly gone, he let out a sigh, remembering the lonely years that passed them both by. They threw a used kartun from the floor where he lay, which dislodged an old message that rolled his way. With no other options, it was better than not. With a shrug of his shoulders, he decided to give it one last shot. As expected, with another buy she returned, but tossed it in loathing, thinking to herself it made her no happier than the clothing. The new addition was more than her small home could take. With a low rising rumble, the house started to break. It came down a-tumbling, her junk spilled out on the lawn. She looked up at the billboard as anger started to dawn. She grabbed the nearest appliance to return to the sender. From inside the billboard, our man was hit with a blender. Our hero's frustration turned into rage. He ripped through the billboard in destructive rampage. He smashed the computer and kicked down the archive. He stared down the mailbox and at it he died. In one final act of rebellion, he tore his father's picture from the wall and tried to place it back gently as the sign started to fall. But it was too late. The damage was done. His childhood home came down like a ton. And with the billboard in rubble and his house all destroyed, our poor man stood standing. He was now unemployed. So he walked right up to her, timid as a lamb, and said, "Nothing says I love you like a ham."